Good evening, and welcome to another World of Warships video with Captain Darkwingglacier. It's been a while since I've been mostly focusing recently on getting my Twitch streaming up and running, but this is a recent battle that I did in the 13th ranked season, and I decided that it was definitely worth a video. So here we are, and I am currently, or at the time of this video, I was rank 2, and I am taking out my Alaska. And it turns out someone else in my team, I think his name is Dirt, he is actually 1 star away from ranking out, and that's kind of a coincidence because so was I. I had been playing this for more than 200 games at this point, and which is not my best season, which I think I completed in 190 some odd games, but it's also not my worst because I came close to 400, at least it was over 300 one season. So I was getting frustrated. I wanted to get this over with, but at the same time, you know, it could have been far, far worse. Last season, the 12th ranked season, I actually didn't rank out at all. I got very close within, I think, 3 or 4 battles, and then I just had a streak of poor luck towards the end, and I ran out of time. But this time, it is tier 9 ships, and what I was doing this season, because I started out kind of rotating through all my various ships at tier 9, and I've got a bunch of them, and my plan is that with each rotation through all of my ships, the ones that I was doing the best in was going to be the ones that I was going to continue with, in the hopes that I would kind of quickly determine which of my tier 9 ships I performed the best in, and then that would help me progress to winning a little bit faster. Winning as in getting to rank 1. So I found out early on I was having a lot of success with the Rune, which is often maligned, especially in competition games, because it is a cruiser that does not have radar, which is seen by many players to be a severe disadvantage. But I was having a lot of success with it, and then I kind of stalled, and I started going through my other ships to see which one, what other ones I could do well in. And then I went on a spree with my Musashi and did pretty well with that. And then I ended up losing a bunch of games with the Musashi, so I started rotating again. And as I started getting close to the end, I had kind of narrowed down the field to a selection of ships that I would take out. Among the best that I was doing in this season, was surprising to me, was the Yagumo. Also the Musashi, of course, that I was doing well in. The Alaska, which I am taking out in this battle. I was doing relatively well in the Georgia, the Neptune, the Lion, which really surprised me because you don't see very many Lions at all. But since you can print out new ships with that one, it actually does have an advantage as long as you play it right. And the Alsace I was having some success in as well. So here, me and our other battleship, the Sovetskaya Soyuz, are heading to the south, and our Kitakaze takes out the enemy black. So we have an early advantage, and I'm already feeling good about this, especially since me and the Soyuz are heading towards the Charlie Cap, and we don't have a lot of resistance at this point, and we do have our Mogador, who is scouting ahead of us, and there doesn't seem to be any opposition, so already things seem to be doing rather well. We do have a points advantage. We have our black in Cap Alpha and are taking that. So it looks like we're going to be to an early advantage both in caps and in kills. And at this point, I've got HE loaded, looking for see if I can set some fires on the enemy Musashi. And here he is. He's showing lots of broadside, and more importantly, he's not looking this way. So I do a slight amount of damage, not nearly as much as I want to, but I'm switching to armor piercing in the hopes that I can maybe even do a citadel at this range. I'm only 6 kilometers away. So I aim for the rear cheek and then switch back to the upper belt, and I get 6 penetrating hits, which is not bad at all, doing about 17,000 damage. And I've hit the brakes, realizing I can just farm this guy as much as I possibly can, and I'm not really being threatened at this point. So another shot at the broadside against at the upper belt. This time I do 8 overpens, still for 7,000 damage. So I'm whittling him down, and the my allied battleship is also chunking him right there for a massive amount of damage. He probably got a citadel there. And at this point I got to accelerate because I don't want to get some friendly fire on my ally here. I get another shot out, a little bit behind, but I had to aim. I had to not give it quite as much lead as I wanted to because I didn't want to hit my ally. And now I'm accelerating, hoping I can get past an island so I can get another shot at him. The Soyuz doesn't have a good shot on him either, so I wait till the mountain icon disappears, waiting patiently, wanting to get this kill. There it goes, and I fire. Looking good. Kill number 1. So at this point we have Bravo, we have Charlie, but we lost the Alpha cap because we lost our black. However, things are still looking pretty good because they're down 2 ships. We definitely still have the points advantage. And already one of the people on the other team is saying nice job ranking out guys because he just assumes that they already threw the game. I think that was the Musashi actually who said that. So I am now trying to get around the island and see if I can get a bead on some of these destroyers because we still do have the Fletcher and the Jutland that we have to deal with. And my radar is not going to be back up for another 50 seconds and almost a minute for my Hydro. So I have HE loaded to go against the GDs. I fire blindly into the smoke and I get 2 penetrating hits on the Jutland, and there's the Fletcher on the far side. So I have to be careful about torpedoes from the Jutland. So I'm trying to get the island between me and him. And here is when I noticed that the Fletcher actually runs aground. So he's stuck. He manages to kill our Mogador, but he doesn't advance quite enough, and I'm able to get kill number 2 by catching him with my shots just before he's able to accelerate out of the way. So we are still up 1 ship. We've killed 3 to their 2. The enemy Alaska is coming around the corner, and we do have a Georgia there who should be able to take him out. Although the Alaska does have more health, and the Georgia finds himself kind of trapped between the Alaska and the enemy Alsace, which is in the Alpha cap. So I'm trying to help him out by shooting at the Alaska, maybe cause a fire, and it looks like the Alaska just delivered a massive hit to the Georgia, weakening him, so he's about to go down. And then that will just be me, the Soyuz, and our Kitakaze will be the only survivors, assuming the Georgia does go down. There I spot the Jutland ahead of me. My radar is ready to go, so if he starts kicking off smoke or getting behind an island, I can light him up again. I have HE loading, and naturally, just as my guns are about ready, he disappears, but I kick off the radar, get some shots off over the island, and blammo! That's kill number 3. So the enemy Alaska is relatively low on health. The Alsace is at full health. But then we have plenty of ships that are still in good shape. The Alaska is showing some nice broadside, and here I was thinking someone else is going to get that kill, but somehow my fire was still burning. So I have 4 kills now, and I'm relatively excited because I know we're going to win. They have 1 enemy ship left. So I shout out and shout, I want to rank out Kraken. He's still at full health, so it's going to be tough, but I fire some HE, I load some AP, maybe I can get a good broadside shot at him since he's coming out of the out of Cap Alpha. And with the 3 of us against him, 1 of us is going to get it. And I'm really hoping it's me. Fire a nice shot right at the broadside. And about 6,000 damage. He starts turning in towards the Soyuz. At this point, I'm thinking, you know, I want to kill this guy. Our Soyuz realizes that that he's going to try for the ram, and now I'm saying I want to do a rank out ram, and I want this guy to be mine. He's looking at me to fire. Here's an excellent shot right at the broadside. I get 2 penetrating hits, which isn't quite enough. And it's at this point I realize he's not coming to ram me, he's going to ram my teammate. And this is my last chance to stop him. I fire, 8,000 damage, not enough. He has 7,000 left. No, don't ram my comrade. No, no, no! And that did it. I am denied my rank out Kraken, but I do manage to make it to rank 1. So it was a quick, exciting battle. I was very relieved to get out of this one. 8,500 damage, 85,000 damage, 4 killed. Come in first place on my team with the Soyuz ranking out as well, who comes in second place. And yeah, so it was a pretty exciting game, and this was a pretty decent season. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and thank you very much for watching.